Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Innovatepinas 2022 Philippine Research, Development, and Innovation Conference. I am Crisanto Lopez, and I will be presenting our Project 2 investigation of the microbiological factors which affect the quality of VCO. This is a part of the research program entitled Upgrading the Philippine National Standard and the Improvement of the VCO Industry in the Philippines. To start with, I'd like to give to you the objectives of our study. First, to determine and measure all of the relevant microbiological parameters of VCO products and on-site samples from selected VCO producers, wherein we did a study on the microbiological analysis of samples from the VCO production. The second objective was to correlate the microbiological parameters with physicochemical profile and sensory analysis, wherein we conducted two studies. First, microbiological analysis of shelf life samples, and second, microbiological analysis of commercially available VCO samples. Our third objective was to identify microorganisms that contribute to the deterioration of VCO produced by each of the VCO production methods. In this particular objective, we were able to do metagenome analysis of microorganisms involved in the fermentation-based production of VCO. To present to you some of the highlights of our outputs, for the publications, we were able to, as of now, submit a manuscript and metagenome, and it is now being accepted for publication. The second publication is being prepared, and the manuscript is still being processed. However, aside from that, we were able to present a paper entitled Upgrading the Philippine National Standard for Virgin Coconut Oil in the Philippine VCO Industry, Translational Research for the Coconut Industry, during the research colloquium of the webinar on research and development by the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry. This is under the Education Committee, Subcommittee on Research and Development on July 8, 2021. Aside from publications and disseminations, one of our outputs was also people services, wherein we expected to support students in the accomplishment of their thesis by involving them in the project. However, aside from that, we were able to first support 2 BS biology students and 1 MS biology student and 1 PhD biology student who were enrolled in Ateneo de Manila University. But aside from that, we were able to train and include in our discussions some online talks to VCO producers and their employees on the microbiological safety and quality of VCO. One of them was microorganisms in the VCO production, possible sources and effects, during the technical webinar on advancing the safety and quality of VCO, which was organized by the Project 4 of this particular program on May 14, 2021. The second being microbiological parameters in the quality of VCO during the research symposium upgrading the PNS for VCO and the Philippine VCO industry, organized by the Philippine Coconut Authority and the VCO producers of the Philippines on June 16, 2021. As part of our outputs, we also had a collaboration with the Philippine Coconut Authority and the Virgin Coconut Oil Producers and Traders Associations of the Philippines, or the VCOP. The actual output included the two organizations. As part of the policy, we were able to draft revision to the Philippine National Standard for VCO, and specifically, we were able to make a draft to the Philippine National Standard for VCO for submission to the Technical Working Group on VCO of the Philippine Food and Drug Administration. To give you some of what we have done in terms of our journey for this particular project. So our activities included visits to the VCO producers in the first year of the project implementation, wherein we went to 9 different VCO producers all across the Philippines, and we collected samples from the raw materials up to the packaged products. The second activity or set of activities that we did was on Zoom meetings with VCO products and producers and VCOP regarding results of the project for dissemination. This was because we were already implementing the restrictions due to the pandemic. The third one being program meetings for planning, execution, and plans, discussion and analysis of results, and dissemination to various stakeholders. As a call to action, please take note that microorganisms affect the quality and safety of virgin coconut oil. Production of VCO necessitates the application of good manufacturing practices and implementation of an effective hazards analysis and critical control points plan. And third, we would like to really push for the revision of the 2007 Philippine National Standard for Virgin Coconut Oil to be able for us to produce VCO that is safe and of high quality that can compete in the global market. With that, I'd like to thank the project team, namely Pia Clarice Argupeo, Zomesh Maini, Anne-Marie Matubis, and Ralph Allen C. Geronimo. And of course, we'd like to acknowledge the Philippine Council for Industry, Energy, and Emerging Technology Research and Development, or PCIEERD, the Philippine Institute of Pure and Applied Chemistry, the Virgin Coconut Oil Philippines, and the Department of Agriculture Philippine Coconut Authority, together with the Department of Biology of Ateneo de Manila University. Thank you very much.